Anyway, let's react to the whole why I stopped supporting Chelsea. Which see if I can be as quick as possible, really. So, by the way, my name is Versatile, aka the Alkebulan Trust, the name you can trust when it comes to all things reactions. Like I said, I'm going to be reacting to why I stopped supporting Chelsea, and I'm going to show you this real quick. Where is this now? Let me see. Americans love a 1970s. Get me? I want to show you something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna start off here, yeah? Because you need to there you go. I hope I can play this. I hope I can play this. All right. So it's from the movie Pattern. All right. I hope I can play this. I hope I can play this. Check if this is part of Columbia Pictures. I didn't check. I didn't check. Excuse me. Let me see. Anyway, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Yeah, hit share the video, share. Let me see something. I want to make sure. Century Fox, which is distributed by Fox Films, 20th Century predecessors. Let me see. All right, cool. You know what? We can more or less, I guess, I won't say we can get away with it. I won't say that word. But I will say, as long as it's not like Columbia Pictures, you know what I mean? Hey, listen, I've got to be real careful, bruh. And what does this remind you about it? Anyway, I'm going to stay on to Kendrick and Drake's subject for now, right? For now, let's just focus on why I stopped supporting Chelsea. Yeah? I need you to bear in mind the reason why I'm starting this with this particular clip. The current Chelsea owners, yeah, the ones that we know of in the forefront is Behdad Eghbali and then also Todd Boehly. They're American, all right? That's what we know. So we're going to focus on the fact of, okay, if you're American, Americans love a winner. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie, all those medals, bruv. Wow. I never quite understood this whole medals thing when it comes to these type of situations. I won't even lie to you still. I never understood it, but I guess it is, if you've gone through those type of situations, you want to be honored, you want to be respected and revered. I understand it. You know what I mean? But it's like, you still, you know what I mean? Anyway, I won't go into the politics of it all, but you know what I mean? Get me? I leave all that politics stuff and stuff with God. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking there's some things in my head that I just can't get my head wrapped around. You know what I mean? The irony of, I look at the TV and I see something that kind of correlates. But anyway, let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't come here for this part. I didn't.
Be seated. I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country.
Whoa! Whoa. In the words of Krypton Conan. Whoa. Anyway.
He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
Whoa.
Men, all this stuff you've heard about America not wanting to fight, wanting to stay out of the war, is a lot of horse dung. Americans traditionally love to fight.
All right. This is where I think this is the part This is the part. This is the part. I find it so ironic anyway, but this is the part. I think this is the part I wanted to hear now. I need you to hear this and why I'm starting with this particular clip. Yeah? I need you to understand. Listen, Chelsea fans, please bear with me, all right? Because I understand what our club is going through. Yeah, we are going through turmoil. Well, I say club. As fans, we're going through turmoil with this club. It's mad, yeah, because the women are doing successfully well. Like they've won how many games and drawn only like one game in as many. Like they are on a phenomenal run. Like what do you mean Lauren Elizabeth James came through in the clutch, bruh? Like her brother, like he came through in the clutch. This is what I'm gonna say. I feel like if Reece James was playing, there's no way that if he was starting, there's no way. I know obviously the one game where we did lose where he was playing, but um when he started, but that's another story. But like other than that, I do feel like if he's playing, you know what I mean, he's gonna show his leadership qualities on the field. There's no anyway. I won't even get into that. But anyway, let's keep moving.
All real Americans love the sting of battle. When you were kids, you all admired the champion marble shooter, the fastest runner, big league ball players, the toughest boxers. Americans love a winner.
There you go.
And
there you go. There we go. Americans love a winner. Americans love a winner. So what is these owners doing? If you love a winner and you're American and you own a particular football team that is known for winning, and yet you're doing things that making them actually lose. You know what I mean? Like, if you want them to win, you want to provide the best. You want the best of the best resources, best training facilities. That's one thing on one side. Obviously, you want the best training pitch, like I just said that, the best football pitch for the players to play on and for the fans to come in to watch the game. Then on top of that, you want the best players, yeah, that will help you win. Then you also want the best coaches to help the team continue to win on a regular basis. Yeah, and the most important thing is the best players. If there's a transfer market, you go in for the best. You don't just go on data analysis, data. You go and you see visually, yeah, who's doing well. You visually see who's doing well. Especially if you realize that person supports the team that you want them to join. You go all out for them, Brad. Do you see what I'm saying? And you pay them what they're worth if you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? I understand about sustainability in terms of club and all that stuff there, because look what's happened with Barcelona and that. Like, I understand it, because Messi got that club messed up, Rav. But do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, look where they are now. They're getting back to being their best. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, if you love a winner, you do whatever is entirely possible to make sure you win. And like, there's different aspects of Chelsea Football Club. You got Strasbourg; they're doing well as well. You invested in that. You invested well. Got the right manager, from what it seems like, the right players for it, but from what it seems like, and for the women's team, you've done the right job by getting the right manager, replacing Emma Hayes with the right manager. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's as if she's never left. So I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand what's going on with the first team, the men's squad. I just don't understand it. You try to get rid of the youth, but you're buying youth. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But then you're trying to sell the youth in terms of the ones that are already part of the academy. And the Cobham Academy is basically, well, it was like the best academy in the country for a number of years. You get rid of Neil Bath, who is a legend, bro, in helping develop the youth. Like Neil Bath is a legend. How do you get rid of him? You promote him, then you get rid of him like the next year. Like anyway, keep moving.
And will not tolerate a loser. Americans play to win all the time. I wouldn't give a hoot in hell for a man who lost and laughed.
We're gonna leave it there in regards to that particular situation, just so you can understand that particular clip, because that is where we're starting off with. We're starting off with that, right? We're starting off with that because at the end of the day, when it comes down to like obviously, yeah, the club is a sport. It's part of a sporting situation, right? But I'm just saying in terms of it's a business, but also it's a sport. It's what us fans love. It's a lot. Well, yeah, it's what we like. We watch it every weekend, and we support these players. You hear me? Obviously, I'm not saying that we can win. We should be winning every single game. That would be nice, but like at least show ambition. That is my key thing. If you can't show ambition, like I've seen before with the club, and you could go and say, yeah, but look at the infrastructure of the club now that they've done this. Nah, you can't show ambition by getting rid of the youth and then buying new youth that haven't had game time. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like what baffles me is like, how are you saying like, how are you sending David Washington on loan when we need a striker? Mark Hughes injured, Nicholas Jackson injured. This is the time we'll be recording this that they're injured, right? And I'm like, this makes no sense. But anyway, let's keep it moving now because I don't want to go off into a tangent. All right, so now we're going to ask when. Hold on, let's see if I can. Hold on. Actually, when did. When did the news break that Roman Abramovich was selling Chelsea? Get me when? This was 2 years ago, but exactly when? I want to be careful with the clip that I'm using. I'll probably just go to the website instead. So the invasion of Abramovich shows MPs call for harder sanction on oligarchs. You see, maybe okay. Now I want to be careful with the platforms I'm going on. Anyway. Let's do this instead. All right. Who forced Roman Abramovich to sell Chelsea? I want to go. All right, let's go to. I want to be careful, like I said. So basically, we just want to get like. All right, you know what? Let's do it this way. So this was the 26th of May 2022. All right. So look, the headline literally is how Abramovich was forced to sell Chelsea in full from grace. That's the headline. You know what I mean? That is literally the headline. You literally can't make that up. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and breathe through it. So this was on May 26th. This one is called Rob Harris. Thinking of Ron Trump Harris. If you know, you know. All right, standing by the bar in a small Stamford Bridge hospitality suite was a figure who had not been spotted at the stadium in 3 years, Roman Abramovich, right? Last November, Chelsea owner was back in London at his English Premier League club to host the president of, I'm not going to say that word there, but hear me because there's only type of words there. Can get my channel, I'm not going to say the word there because I don't want to speak that into existence. There was no officer security entourage around the and I'm not gonna say that name there because again, the irony. And I look at the TV and I see one of those particular words: billionaire and little fuss. Just close associate at Chelsea director Eugene Tenenbaum. Can't pronounce the name. I apologize. After making small talk, okay, listen, we don't really care about all that stuff. That can't even last still. I think the most important thing, really, yeah, is the fact of um 3 months later. So then there was maybe a British visa to regain after he reviewed the application for renewal. Alright. So 3 months later, Abramovich being replaced Chelsea owner by people fronted by American investor. Wait a minute. Okay, Roman Abramovich. So Abramovich offered Cosmo change to ownership on the February 26th. All right, so this is what we need to do. We need to do what year was this? Because we need to go from like literal chronological order and see what happened. Yeah. So if we go February. Hold on. February 2022. Abramovich. See, look, look, that's that headline, bro. What do you want me? What do you do? Like, all right, so I don't. Okay, I don't really mind going on this platform. They're fine. Abramovich hands over control. Uh, all right, so English football club Russian owner says he's handing over stewardship of Premier League teams to trustees of his charitable foundation. All right. Let's see, billionaire. I'm breezing through this, people. Don't mind me, don't mind me. Because, all right, boom, here we go. For Fabrizio Romano. Official statement by Roman Abramovich. I am today giving trustees Chelsea Charitable. Why not to go to the website in the first place? All right, Chelsea Charitable Foundation, the stewardship and care of Chelsea Football Club. I believe they currently are the best position to look after the interests of the club's players and staff to fans. We need them now. I can't even lie. Anyway, ensure that we are successful as we can be today, as we build for the future while we are also playing a positive role in our communities. I have always taken decisions with the club's best interest at heart. I remain committed to these values. That is why I'm today giving trustees Chelsea Charitable Foundation the stewardship and care of Chelsea Football Club. I believe that currently they are the best position to look after the interests of the club, of the fans, the staff and fans. All right, so we know what it is here. I'm not even gonna say it. You know what I mean? I won't even say it. Get me? Makala Mudrik, you better come back and just, you know what I mean? Be the PR guy that you are. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it all at 100. They brought Mikhailo Mudrik because he is a PR boy. Listen. I'm saying exactly how it is. We all know we brought him because of PR, not because of his football skills. You know what I mean? It's not because of that. Now, would he have been doing well at Arsenal? Who knows? Maybe he would have. Maybe he wouldn't. Who knows? But yeah, I saw that as a PR move because anyway, I won't even go too deep into it. I still rate him if he starts playing back again and you know what I mean, and he does good. So we now that answer my question about why did he need to sell. All right. So let's put now my other question is who where is it? Who was the candidates against candidates to buy. There they go. All right, listen. These were the confirmed list, yeah. Swiss billionaire Heinz Wiss linked up. Okay, with LA Dodgers coroner Todd Boehly, British businessman Jonathan Goldstein, and conservative peer Dale Frankenstein are also. You know when you just realize something in a moment, and I see someone like someone who's good at manipulating when it comes to business, and I see this, and a type of wait, hold on. Anyway, there was more people that was meant to be. All right, all right, we got this. All right, Chelsea have at least 20 candidates to buy the club. Yeah, this is the 19th of March. All right, multiple candidates. Let's see who they are. Oh, they were like this. I thought it was gonna be like a full-on list, bruv. All right, so Bernardo Antwi Basayako, um, Woody Johnson. The irony. I won't say anything else there. That's who I saw on TV. If you read that, you read that. I'm not gonna read his name out. I'm not gonna lie. It's just so ironic. And anyway, Mushin Barak, a Saudi media group, FL Partners, or a co-Broughton consortium, the Ricketts family, who I said I do not want at our club. I honestly said that. Who own the Chicago Cubs, Nick Candy, um, Nick Candy, real estate agent, West Boehly Ghosty Consortium are all pushing to take over. The highest bid, around 3 million euros, is reportedly led by a Saudi media group headed by Mohammed Al Karaji. A deal could be stuck in the coming weeks. So the funny thing is, there, everyone wanted this guy here. They wanted Saudi media. I say this guy. They wanted Saudi media. Everyone wanted Saudi media because I'm pretty sure Mohammed Al Karaji is. Hold on. Let me see. How could I might spell his name wrong. Yeah, I clearly spelled his name wrong. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I apologize if I spelled his name wrong. But do you see what I'm trying to say? Those are the candidates, right? And now I'm not being funny. Let's go back. Let's go back. I wanna see something, right? Because then they said it went down from that list to 5. Yeah. Let me see. These are. I wonder if I can pull up a list of names. See, look, I even remember hearing Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams are going to buy the club. I was confused. And same with Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, I'm like, nah, get off. Lad, we don't want you at the club, right? Nah. But, um, yeah, and then even, what's his name was linked to the club, the one that's now part of Man United. And I'm like, nope, you support Man United, so go over there, bruv. Like, go over there. We don't need you, bruv. You know what I mean? Look, see, look. No, that's managers. But like, this is the whole point. I just feel like, hold on, let me just see if I can get full. I want it in a list form. Full. Let's see. I think. All right, list of confirmed bidders. Ugh, I don't know if I can go to gold.com's website. I want to, but I want to be very vigilant. All right, so all these cookies, bro. Man, I ain't trying to eat no cookies, bro. All right, so Nick Candy, Hana Financial Investment Company Limited and CMP Sports Limited, South Korea Company, Hana Investment Limited. All right, cool. Where is it? So yeah, pretty much the same names we're seeing, right? We're seeing the same names, The Ricketts family, Hans Siglowitz, and Todd Boehly. So that's who we started with first. And I was like, who's this guy, bruv? Right? So, and Boehly previously considered making a takeover of Tottenham Hotspur in 2014 through Kane Hoy Enterprises, a US private investment company of which one of the founders. I'm passionate about Chelsea and to the point with his sensitivity run to draw. I want owners who will invest but are insightful, use modern methods to keep our club on top of the world. Modern method. What do you mean by modern methods? So this person, that obviously now that Todd Boehly is one of the owners, does that mean this person is now part of the club? Does that mean like what are they doing to make sure that you know what I mean? We're staying on top. Because if your voice is not being heard, or your voice can't be heard because you don't have that much of a share to say anything, that's the problem. That's the problem. If you got to find a way to buy more shares into the club to own it outright, so you can seize control and make sure that the club go back in the right direction. Like what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like what are we genuinely doing here? Anyway, all right. So the next question I'm going to ask is why was hold on. Saudi who was going to buy Chelsea. I want to say something real quick thing. Oh my day, it's too for me time to get off this. Let's get off this. I'm gonna be quick. I'll be quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go here, bro. I'm gonna go here. No, hold on. Let's. It's obviously not this, but.
Hello there.
All right, so I'm gonna put 2023 Chelsea list owners candidates. Candidates Saudi. Hold on. If only. If only. That would be interesting. I won't even lie to you. That would be interesting, but we all know that's not gonna happen. He's linked to he's taking over France, bro, basically. That's who he's waiting for. That's just facts. We're gonna have to expect it. What? I don't know where this is going at. They keep saying he's sat, but he hasn't been sat, man. What the hell is going on? Why can't I You know what? I'm not gonna waste no more time on this. I hope that's true, but we don't know. All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What we do instead, yeah, is we just say, why was Todd Boehly? No, I need to no. Before I find that out, I need to figure out. Saudi bids for Chelsea, 2023. 23, I'm in 22. Sorry. I wish. All right. So here's what I don't understand there. The Saudi bid for Chelsea fell as Boehly and Broughton groups were the main front runners. Why were they the front runners? Why? Can we ask that question? Why was they the front runners? How did they fail? How did they fail? Someone answer me this question. How did the Saudis fail? How did they fail? How did they fail? Because this doesn't add up. You're telling me that, I'm not being funny. Look. You have to understand. I get it. Business is business. I get it. But if you're forcing the club to be sold, I'm pretty sure Roman Abramovich was like, you know what? Let's give it to the rightful people that would make sure that the club is continued to be run in the right way to make sure they continue to dominate and win trophies. Now, obviously, I get it. It's football. Sometimes you can't win trophies every single season, but we have done a good job, bar the past for 3 years since the ownership. Funny enough, that we have been winning trophies on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Do you know what I mean? Like it was only a matter of timing before we won the Premier League again. But then now we just seem so far off that we're back to being a mid-table, bro. If that. I know you can't even tell me that we're too far advanced or anything like that. That's the whole point. You're supposed to exceed expectations. Exceed. But look, this is what I don't understand. Saudi Arabia Group submits 2.7 billion bid, 2.7 million bid for Chelsea. What do you mean you're turning that down? Bizarre Chelsea move backfires as whooping 200 bidders. That's $4.9 billion. I don't understand. I just don't understand this madness. This is madness to me. This is madness to me. This is madness to me. This doesn't make sense. How did, okay, look, Premier League starts on Chelsea, right? The Premier League said to be unlikely to block a Saudi media bid to try and take over Chelsea amid Boris Johnson's visit to the Middle East. And this is the thing, Boris Johnson, why is he involved? Why are you involved? I swear he was the Prime Minister at the time was saying. Why was he involved, bruv? Just be a Prime Minister. Don't focus on other. If you want to bring good revenue to the team, obviously, good revenue to the country, you're going to need some outside investment, you know what I mean, to help boost the economy even further. Because if a Saudi was, if they, and I don't understand. I just don't understand, bruh. Blood. What is this, bruv? What is this? I'm looking at this now, and I'm starting to realize how hold on. See, look. It even says here, Chelsea are expected to have either a British or American owners when Abramovich sells up, with a Saudi bid never materializing. The question is why? Why? What generally happened? Oh, you just don't like to see us win. They just didn't want to see us win, and I'm pretty sure when it comes down to everything, I genuinely feel like we're gonna start to see. We're gonna see. Oh man, we're gonna see the real situation of why this happened. Yeah, because hang on, what was it? What was my question now? In fact, no, wait. I want to see something. Sorry. Let me hold on. Quick. I want to make sure I can get the name of the person, and we're gonna figure out something. Because I'm pretty sure I remember hearing that he was a Chelsea fan as well. Give me a second. Oh, I hate these websites sometimes, bruv. Didn't come here for that nonsense, man. I tried to go to that website to, you know, when in doubt, we ain't got no history. We go to their website. Don't know why on my other phone Gemini was coming up and shit. All right, all these pop-ups, bruv. Allow me. All right, so Saudi media, Saudi media in the media are all the biggest company to read the fact that I know 1 billion to a country to what their name might be. They claim to be very private, independent Saudi state, unlike Newcastle's United current ownership. All right, so here we go. So that means we're going to now ask who owns Saudi media group. We know about Freddie Adu. Like, he was a cold player, bruv. But I don't think people understand. Anyway, this ain't about Freddie Adu right now. All right, so ownership and governance, the majority owned by no, okay. Al Hali Capital Fund. Why did I? Anyway, let's keep moving. I thought they were owned by a particular individual and then they supported Chelsea. I just thought that. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know where that came from. But you know, sometimes you could read things over the past few years and then it may not be what you thought it was. Maybe it was just sometimes it could be someone else's post that be like, oh, they're a fan of Chelsea anyway or whatever, and then you take on that idea and you think that it's that. But if that's not there, it is what it is. But still, why did why was Todd Boehly actually, you know what? Better yet, let's go to we want to go to the first interview, yeah? The first interview, hang on. Where is it? So I got a little distracted, just realized the Uncut podcast and Free Shots will the Killer podcast are live now. Where was I? Todd Boehly. After buying Chelsea. All right, let's read this. There was something else before, but I don't think it was this. It was something. There was something else.
Would prefer to call it football, specifically at the Premier League in the UK. What appeals to you there?
Football is the biggest sport in the world. The passion.
See, look, hang on. You see this here? Top Boehly Consortium completes 4.25 billion takeover. What was the amount that the Saudi was offering? Wasn't it something similar, or or you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway.
For the activity and the sport and the teams is unparalleled. So when you start to think about, what you're trying to build with these teams is you're really trying to A, win, B,
Yeah.
be part of the community. And the opportunity that we had with the Dodgers was really about a partnership with Los Angeles. How are we going to win? How are we going to drive championships? And how are we going to build passion? Right? So if you look at what the Premier League offers, it's all of those things. It's the highest quality play. It's the best players. You also have, a media market that's just really developing. So, one of the great things that Premier League has is that it's on Saturday morning in America. So you have an uncongested time slot that is now kind of fully dominated by Premier League, and NBC's done an amazing job bringing that content. I mean, when I was growing up, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, but certainly I didn't know about Man United. I didn't know about.
What's the full thing? I don't know about Chelsea. What's the full thing, bruv? What's the full thing? Hey, what's the full thing? Say what you gotta say. Anyway, because there was another video. Where is it? There was another video. It was I remember where he was. I'm gonna try. Oh, look at the time, and I've got. We might have to do a part 3. We might have to do a part 3. We might have to do a part 3. Let me see. Maybe, let's see. Probably this. Because I remember there was something he said there. I was very confused. I'm like,
So I want to switch gears here and promised you sports.
Yes.
We'll get to sports because
Let's
you're
work there.
seeing, you were really a pioneer here. You're seeing more and more private equity executives, either on their own or through their funds, enter the sports world. From everything you've learned, let's talk about some of the teams that you have. What's the future of the Dodgers after owning it for this long?
I think we're scratching the surface on what the Dodgers can do. I think if I had to bet, the Dodgers will be the first team to hit $1 billion of revenue. I mean, I think we've got a global franchise. We've got some superstars that have amazing appeal. We've got a team that is competitive year in and year out. Right? Every year we look at it and we roughly believe that we have somewhere between 18 and 22% chance to win the World Series. Right? So everything we can do, we're trying to figure out how do we improve the odds of winning the World Series. And, I think, unfortunately, if it weren't for injuries, you would be able to have a much more easy way to predict that. Injuries are just part of the game now, right? And you have to be able to handle how you think about depth, how you think about the quality of the players, and what they can do. Obviously, one of the things that Andrew Friedman, who runs the Dodgers for us on the sports side, he really focuses on how do we find players that have the ability to play multiple different roles. Right? We want utility guys who can play infield and outfield. We want guys
and principle they apply to Chelsea Football Club. The same model. The same model. He's talking about LA Dodgers here. And I'm talking about, you can't run a club like this. You can't run sports like this. Like he said, injuries happen. Injuries is part of the game. And you can't, in football, I don't know about baseball. I don't know about that, right? But I know for a fact in football, every player now and again, yes, you can play in several different positions. Yeah, like Felix. Yeah, he can play as a left winger, right winger, central attacking midfielder, and a forward. Yeah, or a force number 9. He can play in those roles. There's some players that can play as a centre attacking midfielder and a forward. That's more likely like Christopher and Cuckoo. And then you've got some players that are just only perfect in one position. For example, Noni Madueke, he's better as a right winger. Yeah, cool. Then you got so the thing is, I understand it because it makes more sense if players get injured, at least they can slot in when they need to be fitted in. You know what I mean? I get it. But some players are best in their rightful position. I'll give you a prime example. As much as I was roasting this guy, Axel Disaster, it's like when he does very badly is when he's playing as a right back. But when he excels, he's playing as a centre back. Do you get it? But they excel better when they have a better goalkeeper behind them. But that's another story. But he's saying about... Anyway, let's keep it moving. Because I don't want to speak too long. There's one more video I want to play after this, and then we're going to do part 3 like another day.
Guys who, can hit lefties and can hit righties. And, you're trying to figure out how do you build a portfolio of 25 players. And, of course, one of the things that we love about Ohtani, is he gives us a 26th player, right? When he's pitching and he's hitting, we actually have a 26-man roster. So, which is such a unique thing, right? I mean, no one's been able to do that since Babe Ruth. I think our global appeal with our global superstars is really going to be driving the demand. I mean, in Korea this year, we opened up this in Korea, and the amount of people who were hanging around trying to just see Ohtani, it's unlike anything I've ever seen.
What about Chelsea? Speaking of going global, when you got
into
the
what about Chelsea Football Club? Get me? He spent 2 minutes and 22 seconds on LA Dodgers. Let's not dodge any question when it comes to Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, but it was very interesting how he was talking about LA Dodgers and talking about the players, and like I said, the model of it is similar. It's similar. And when you think, if you look at the stats, look at it in part 3, yeah. When you look at the stats of, let's see how many championships they've won, or World Series. Don't know why they call it a World Series when it's literally just in America and it's just American baseball teams. But we move. But the reality is there, you have to look at the very fact that when it comes to sports, you cannot run them like they're I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's different if they weren't humans, but they're human beings, bro. Even AI makes mistakes now and again, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like humans are bound to make mistakes. In sports, humans are bound to get injured now and again, and their injuries could either improve them to another level, or it could decrease their level of output. Do you know what I mean? It's like even Reece James, he needs to find a way to make sure he doesn't pull another hamstring. So maybe him playing as a right wing back, maybe ain't his best bet anymore. Maybe he needs to just find a way to either just be a right back or a centre back, or I won't say a centre back. Let's just say a defensive midfielder. I say, no, that's too much because it's too much of the running. My main concern is, when you're running at speed, because even I was watching the other game, and when Noni Madueke got injured, one of the former players that's a pundit was saying, and if there wasn't that much hamstring injuries in my day, and it's like, then he realized, Noni Madueke, the speed that he's running at, you know what I mean? So it makes sense when he said that, like, okay, that makes sense. Again, so it's just finding the right position. Now, again, I know I kind of contradicted myself, but it's just about finding the right position that would suit his current situation so he can stay healthy and available. Because he's the captain. We're gonna need him. It's clear that we need him. We need him on the pitch. We need him. Even more so today. today, not today, now it's going to be more telling to see where his mindset is at. Yeah, I know he wants us to win. He's part of the. I think he's one of the last remaining players that has won the Champions League with Chelsea. I'm pretty sure he's one of the last remaining players. So he's needed. His experience is needed. I remember when Thiago Silva left, and I was like, how is the back line going to be? You know what I mean? Colwell, like Thiago did so well that he covered up for Colwell. I didn't even realize how much mistakes Colwell actually makes. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Football club. Obviously, that was a very big moment for an American private equity titan to be getting into European sports leagues, certainly European football. Yet now Chelsea is being watched across America as well. What's the strategy?
There's very few brands that have the reach that Chelsea has. And Chelsea is you can see it and you feel it differently because it means so much to so many people.
Yes,
and,
it does.
As I
it means a lot to us, to so many people. It does. It does. So move accordingly. You know what I mean? Move accordingly. Let's go.
When the good news is the bad news, it means so much to so many people. So when things are going well, everything is great. And when things aren't going as well, things aren't as great. But obviously our commitment is to win, right? We're here to win. And
you see me pausing on these moments. Our commitment is to win. We want to win. We're here to win. Okay, act like it. Act like it. You had the opportunity to buy Victor Osimhen. You fumbled. Look how much goals and assists he has so far this season with Galatasaray. Are you telling me that imagine Nicholas Jackson and Victor Osimhen in one side, but then you got Cole Palmer as well. Victor Osimhen, the amount of assists or amount of chances that Nicholas Jackson is creating, and the amount of chances that Cole Palmer is creating, and Noni Madueke, Jadon Sancho, all these players are creating at least 60% of them, and I'm saying this likely, and it should be up, to be higher, and I get that, but this is the Premier League. It's an unpredictable league. Yeah, let's keep it all the way 100. So I'm going to say 60 to 65% of those chances, Victor Osimhen will score. Yeah, so we have to look at the end of the day, if you want to win, you buy the best players. If you want to win, you get rid of certain players. Like, for example, like the same way Man City got rid of oh wow, I just realized something. AC Milan are eliminated from the Champions League. So maybe no. I still want. You don't send Felix on loan, right? You just don't do it. Obviously, it wasn't enough for him to. Anyway, let's get moving. Anyway, because I don't want to be on this thing for way too long.
And I think our perspective is how do we build something that has real staying power, like we've done with the Dodgers, and putting together that team that is very fluid and comes together. I think that's the first step. And I think putting together any team, whenever I put together any team, right, it just takes time. That's the only way to phrase it. And
okay, yeah, building a team does take time, and that is actual genuine facts. Genuine facts. But when you got a team that's already successful and already winning, one, you don't get rid of the manager that has been winning. Okay, yes, for the first couple of months, things weren't as great, but I'm pretty sure things were going to improve. They were going to improve under Thomas Tuchel. You cannot even you even used him to get Aubameyang, and then after you got Aubameyang, you said bye-bye to Thomas Tuchel. Why? And then who you replaced him with barely even played Aubameyang. Barely even played him. Barely, if any. I just don't understand the logic. You understand? It's and he's a good. Don't get me wrong, yeah. I know some players sometimes, in some cases, they can be past their best, but come on, man, you can't. Anyway, I don't want to sound like I'm off. Let's keep moving.
And, I think we feel very good about the pieces that we have together, the camaraderie that the players have, and what the future looks like.
The only thing I feel like they got right is they got right the replacement of Kante. That's one thing they definitely got right. Because I've always seen a pattern with Chelsea Football Club where we've had Claude Makelele. After Claude Makelele, it was technically Michael Essien and John Obi Mikel. He's that good, yeah. 2 players had to replace him. And then you have Kante. And then after Kante, you've got Caicedo. That's the only one they got right, replacing Kante with Caicedo. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Who else could I say? Do you know what I mean? Caicedo was a quality player. I mean, he's hot-headed, but excuse me, he will learn to calm down. Just that you can't effectively coach. That's just something he's gonna have to learn in game. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's hot-headed, bruv. But he's good. You know what I mean? Colwell is hot-headed too, but he's not as good as he thinks he is. At least not yet. But the reality is, but he's not someone that they brought. That's someone, you know what I mean? That's someone from the academy, but they made sure he signed a new deal. So that's good. But letting Ian Matson go was listen, at least Kukurea. Listen, let's keep moving.
What is your next big bet in sports?
So I think there's a lot of things going on globally, right? And what's the world has done as distribution costs have gone to zero. I mean, if you go back and you talk to Fox or Rupert Murdoch, and you think about what he did to build Fox, right? At that time, before you could buy the content, right? Before you could buy the intellectual property to broadcast on Fox, the infrastructure that he had to pay for was so massive, right? So just putting together the nodes that would allow for the broadcasting was hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. As technology has evolved, those costs have come down, which is why the IP costs have gone up, right? Because, of course, as the hardware costs go down, the soft costs continue to go up because the soft costs you can't replace. The intellectual property is it's irreplaceable. Obviously, the technology costs going down, there's lots of ways to drive technology costs down and distribution costs down.
I was talking about like I'm waffling. No, he's waffling.
But there's only one place to go for the intellectual property. So I think that we're going to start to see ongoing global expansion of these brands. I mean, basketball in Europe, what's going to happen to basketball in Europe? Europe has been an amazing place. If you look at the draft this year and you look at where players are likely to be coming from, there's more international players expected to go in the top 20 than there are U.S. players. So, I think these games are growing in demand. So how do you figure out how you position yourself to be, in these markets where there's demand, there's opportunity, and you want to be positioned to capitalize on it.
CVC, others, Redbird, they've considered putting billions of dollars into college sports. Would you consider putting similar dollars in?
I think college sports is on the precipice of major change. I think if you look at what college sports should be thinking about, right, there's a couple things right now that they're struggling with. One, NIL is the wild, wild west, right? So there's no standard, right? But in order to standardize NIL, there's going to have to be collective bargaining. So how do you figure out how to do collective bargaining in a system where it's very fragmented? Secondly, you have, this transfer.
Leave your answer in the comment section below. What is he talking about? Like, what is he talking about?
Portal, where, that again is the wild, wild west. So there's going to have to be some form of regulation, especially now that there's compensation, because this is going to change everything. I think we're in the early days and people really don't understand. But, I think, one of the things that I'm part of a group and we're thinking a lot about, right, is how do you build a proper, league with maybe 10, maybe 12 divisions, maybe 6, maybe 8 teams per division, right? There's roughly 130 Division I schools. So how do you give them all the opportunity to compete, right? But of course, there's major brands that are going to want to make sure that if they're chipping in, that they get what they deserve because they're the brands that everyone's watching. So, you know, in a
I
perfect
don't
world, you have.
understand this. Obviously, he's talking about college sports, this, that, and the third, but I'm just thinking to myself, hang on, look at what's happening at Cobham, like the Chelsea Academy. I know he could be talking about basketball, college basketball. He could talk about college baseball. He could talk about American sports, this, that, and the third. But if we're talking about Chelsea Football Club as a whole, then my thing here is like, okay, what are you talking about, fam? You have destroyed the Chelsea Academy system. It was a very fine-tuned system where at the end of the day, we were churning out talent. You know what I mean? Not like on a conveyor belt, yeah? And you're seeing all these chocolates or whatever just coming. I say chocolate, no Diddy and that, but it's just one of those things where that's the first thing that came up to mind. And if you know about one the Cadbury's, you would know about the conveyor belt thing, innit? That's all I'm saying. All right, so like you see on the conveyor belt, like we were just the talent, whether they will enter into the Chelsea first team or not, it's besides the point. I mean, it would have been nice if most of them did try not to become in the first team, but some of them made it, some of them didn't, but some of them went on to another like other teams and they're doing well there. You know what I mean? Like, so my thing is like listen, you know what I mean? Like I don't know too much about the Chelsea Academy back then. But there's something that Neil Bath and the rest of that team there was doing right. There was something they was doing right, like mentally for the lads is very important, because it feels like every one of them just seemed like they're level-headed. How do you stay level-headed, knowing that the team that you're playing for is a very massive club that's winning successfully? Yeah, like the first men's team, and then as youth, the team is consistently winning. How? Like how? And then even if you go on to the international side, for example, with England, let's use England as a prime example. The majority of them at one particular time were from the academy, from Chelsea Academy. So I'm like, bro, like even like when you think about it now, yeah. When they won, I think they won the down 21s England won something. I forgot what it was. They won something, and that's when they I don't know who it was, but they basically, I think it was Noni Madueke. He said, "I'm gonna get Caldwell to sign that new deal." You know what I mean? He signed a new deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean it's things like that. You can't buy that, and obviously Noni Madueke is not Chelsea Academy, nor is Cole Palmer, but it's so ironic that these are young lads that have a bond with each other, and this is the issue. This is the issue I have with what Todd Boehly is saying. Right? Yes, you can invest in the young, this, that, and the third, but you have to make sure everything is right. That's why I'm like, okay, maybe them having a particular sporting director that was associated with Southampton but associated with Man City, maybe he was the right person, right? But the other person who's associated with Brighton, nah, get out of it, bruv. Get out of it. At first I was saying let's get rid of both of them, but now thinking back, I'm like, if they recommended Romeo Lavia, cool. You know what I mean? Because Romeo Lavia is a good player. Yeah, he just needs to be injury free. And then recommending Cole Palmer, that's a good, excellent signing to stick with that sporting director. That there should only be one sporting director, and that's it. Why do we have two? But we'll get into that in part 3. But let's keep moving.
You have 82 teams, you have 70 teams, 85 teams, something like that. You have a relegation and promotion element to it, where the other teams can come up and compete. And you really start to think about how do you make it so it's truly national, right? And so I think there's a commitment, but there's obviously a lot of ingrained challenges in that because there's stakeholders that aren't interested in losing what they have today. So, but ultimately, I don't see how you're going to deal with NIL and you're going to deal with transfer portal and you're going to deal with collective bargaining without a proposition that's much more complete.
I'll be honest, I don't know what he said. I'm still struggling to figure out what he said. Can anyone tell me what he meant? Can anyone tell me? Like, oh look, now my battery and this is gone low. That's how long I've been on this. All right, so now I'm gonna